Hi, welcome to Jade Prime Gaming. My name is Adam, here with the 60th session of the Underland Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition campaign, with Austin as Erich, Ryan as Henwick, Bob as Kalidan, Nick as Jimmy. Last time, y'all explored Nessus, messed with and trapped a devil-transfigured Solar named Muriel, imprisoned, basically. You got soul coin cages by destroying a hag, and you found the location of Asmodeus' tower. Brought Laduguer to have an audience with him, and granted Asmodeus godhood in order to get an ally in the war against the Illithids.
Yep, that's certainly what Laduguer did.
Yeah. So y'all just plane shifted back to the Devil Temple to bring Laduguer home and finish preparations. And that's basically where we left off, is you more or less came into the teleportation chamber of the Devil Temple.
Well, with him being a god, we don't actually have to walk him home, do we?
Laduguer?
He did not take the ability that gives him the wish equivalent yet.
I figure we do, because we have to go fight a war now.
No, we need to go spend all of our money.
I'm just saying, we've been dodging the compass for a long time. Am I still chaotic neutral?
Your alignments have not yet shifted back.
I figure me and you will go explore Compass while they get the stuff ready for the war and or go be a smith for a while.
I'm pretty sure the compass is where the war is.
It is on the lower level. We're going to be traveling around talking to monarchs and stuff.
We need to go spend money.
Well, yeah.
What money?
I have a lot of money. You have a lot of money. There's a lot of money.
Yeah, but what's money for?
Well, money's for buying me stuff to use on my sword.
Really?
Mostly using your money.
Some people don't have the what would you say, the natural effervescence for adventure and need a little bit of prep time to go on the bigger stuff.
Improvisation is the spirit of adventure.
Yeah, we're not in an adventure now. We're in a war. We got to go get allies.
War is an adventure.
I still say you need allies on an adventure more often than not.
Less allies make the adventure more exciting.
Yeah, but are you really going to let others miss out on an adventure?
I mean...
No, I'm not actually.
I can't argue with that.
There's a voice in the back of his head. It's just like... There's
the ice devil sort of sitting off to the side.
There's all these people living their lives, not adventuring. I should go and intervene.
Does the ice devil want to go on an adventure?
But he can't leave the temple. Until we rip open a portal to hell to let the devils in the middle of the war.
We've got the devils taken care of. We've got other people who need to be rallied.
Yeah.
Like the mushrooms, the dwarves, and the drow.
I guess, give the Ice Devil the good news. Asmodeus is a god now.
No, really.
An actual god. Like Big G god. You can pick up the phone and call him.
Anyways,
you should probably start worshipping. Walk off.
I mean, that would make sense. Because you're a devil too.
Welcome to the Temple of Asmodeus.
Yeah, probably.
Look around. You should, decorate.
That brings up a good point. Who was this temple to? We just always called it the Devil Temple. Is it just a nice building that these guys hang out in?
You don't know who it was originally to.
Oh, okay.
But it does not seem to be any active worship temple.
Oh, okay. But this is literally just a place people hang out and
It was basically, it is a space in between the planes that was formerly a temple and, involved in calamities that
before Asmodeus, it was ancestor worship.
Alright, let's go walk what's-his-name back to his place so that we can go and buy stuff.
Right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is the vampire on the way to his location?
Nope. Opposite direction.
And we're not going there again.
Oh yeah.
We
have a map now. We're back in the material plane. We got a map. Yeah.
We owe her a burning building.
I owe her an apology. I was supposed to do some things. I didn't. Mostly because I didn't want to.
And you died.
That too.
You were brutally beaten to death and eaten.
But still. It'd only be polite.
You're like, it feels like an excuse when you say it.
Then I have to think, how many times can I turn you back into a vampire?
Oh no, she'll die.
At least once more. We are much higher level now.
She wasn't gonna make it when it was just me fighting her.
She probably had some legendary saves. She had a lair.
Yeah, she had a lair.
Yeah, gotta have saves.
So yeah, let's say hi to the devils as we walk down and start the...
Does Laduguer actually want to go back to his, hovel that we found him in?
It was like his planning room.
Yes, I think I need something I think I may be able to finish. If it could help.
Sweet. We'll be in contact. As we walk him back. It's like, after we get him there, it's like...
Yeah.
We'll be in contact. No, you can't talk the rest of the way. You've already said goodbye.
Several days.
Yes.
That's always the worst part, when you say goodbye too early, then you're there for another hour, and you're like, I can't speak to you. I've already said goodbye.
That's a nice casual Missouri goodbye. It's just good hello. I'll come, I'll go.
Turn cannon, where do you want to be dropped off?
Oh, yeah, sure. I guess you can join us still. We got a big war to fight. Should be a lot of fun.
We can teleport her back to the one city, Onyx or whatever.
Yeah, if you teleport her, yeah, she sort of will give the, if you go back by there, she'll just go home from there. Given the current location, if you don't mind, she'll just continue on with you. And technically, you're right. I believe technically contract is ended at this point.
Yeah, no.
But she won't bring it up, and if you start to know something about it...
Everyone here is pretty nice.
No, it's just she's like, I'll carry on with you. I'll look down at the ground, tap it with my foot.
Did you suddenly become a horse in hell?
No, just the ground. Material.
Yeah. She's like, technically she's done, just don't tell Erich that the contract is ended.
So, what Cannon and our expenses to go get her and do that was technically my magical boat came out the other side.
I think there was a room purchase.
She gave us info on getting through the layers.
I need to find an...
She also did all of the navigating waters checks and did not let you sink into the Styx and lose your boat.
Yeah, I could have made those checks.
You would have driven us into the middle of the boiling lake.
I'm proficient with navigation tools and sea vessels.
But literally, on layer 1, you wanted to steer the boat into the boiling lake.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have been alright.
There were blood krakens.
I think we would have done okay there.
It was for our convenience we hired her.
And she kept Erich quiet most of the time. And for that alone, she got to live.
And then we got to learn a lot about Steve. A man who mysteriously looks like me, but definitely wasn't.
Yes. I've recently learned the name of Steve's horse.
Also Steve.
It is also Steve.
She said Steve's riding Steve?
Steve's riding Steve.
It was unfortunate you weren't able to catch up with your cousin.
That's true.
Steve on his mighty steed, Steve.
Mm-hmm. So we're heading off to Laduguer's lair.
Yep. Yeah. So several days travel. Unless you're trying to forge new paths, you're fairly simply able to retrace your steps. You have made this trip a few times now.
Mm-hmm. Spend more time reading through my book.
Ooh, spending downtime as we're traveling reading my book of Cha.
Yeah, how much time do you need on that?
A lot.
I'm going to say 60 hours.
If you spend 48 hours over a period of 6 days.
Yeah.
Are you just on the back of someone else's broom?
Yeah, I'm riding with Ryan, and he's steering.
So yeah, if you could just... You can finish it in that time.
I mean, that's full 8 hours every day.
Yeah, that's...
Plus,
And no skimping. You gotta power through it.
Yeah.
Literally, yeah. Anyone else discuss or want to go over anything over your days of travel?
I continue to read my book about forging. It's apparently a Bible.
Your forging Bible.
Yeah, it
Well,
is.
I mean, it's worked so far.
It has worked so far.
I've got my book about gods, my book about masonry.
I've got a bag of magic beans.
oh god, you have a bag of magic beans.
What, you don't want to roll deep percentiles?
Do you do anything with your bag of magic beans
Not
every year?
yet.
All right.
That's even scarier.
No, that's if we spend too much time in town, all of a sudden he starts handing out beans.
Here you go.
It's gonna be hilarious. You get one of those cloud giant ones as this vine breaks through the earth.
Extra dimensional vine.
Do a little bit of extra editing on our chronicles of our journey through hell.
Kalidan is once again a salty bastard and is not happy about being here.
Yeah. So yeah, making it back and unlocking back into the cavern sort of ushers everyone in and closes it behind. Moves back behind some of the shelves, and sort of like moving out one of the shelves along the back, sort of scooting it away. And back behind it is a section of wall that is not just carved from caves, but like almost like I forget the exact term, but it's basically the different sized stones that are just sort of fit together to make up a wall. So like it's like
Cobbles?
a piece. That sounds
Like cobblestone streets.
it probably is. Anyways, so yeah, and he kind of goes through and he pulls out one of the stones that's sort of protruding and pulls on a cord that's attached to the back side of it, and the entire
Floor.
wall just sort of sinks down.
What?
He's making reference to the fact that you guessed poorly, and he's usually the one that guesses poorly.
Oh no, I knew it was going to be wall. I just wanted to just watch like the floor go and we all fall down. It'd be really funny.
No.
Just
Done with
Laduguer, a fine deity, not a great engineer.
No, and this whole wall, like basically, like, as if they're all attached together, but able to loosely fall, with that removed. And immediately, this rotten stench hits your nose as he steps over and shuffles through the refuse and such that is behind there, pulling out some sort of stone tablet jar container thing and setting it on the ground outside and pulling the cable back, shoving it back through the hole and refastening it to return that wall. He kind of moves this tablet out, and you sort of see as he's now pushing the shelf back in, sort of wiping his feet on something from whenever. It is like a stone tablet with all sorts of etchings inside of it, and various protrusions that off of the side, basically little small stones that are each split and thinned near the edges that all connect to this large center one. That in the bottom has a glass jar that, if you're looking at, looks to have some sort of brain inside of it, sort of floating in some sort of mildly amber liquid.
Seem to have a brain in a jar attached to a rock.
Yes.
Why?
Trying to work on something. I think I may be able to finish it. Make yourselves comfortable for it. May take a little bit. And he spends... It's not a very comfortable place, especially for as many people. I mean, you could.
Make yourself comfortable. Magnificent mansion?
I don't need to cast that right now.
But
If we stay the night and set out in the morning, might as well, so we're not all cramped in this 10 by 10 foot room.
Teleport.
Yeah, we're just gonna leave once we're done.
anyway, so he sits and does some sort of arcane ritual. The room has definitely a sense of wind blowing through it, after not too long. But eventually, the glyphs sort of start to glow in that sort of an amber glow as they sort of fill in from the center, and they just sort of spread, and the glyphs sort of reach a glow until they get to the outside. Some of the outer stones filling before others, and he continues his work until the entire thing has glowed. It has lit up all the glyphs.
Illuminated.
That's a great word, man. English language.
Arcane check, 14.
Gas magic.
Yeah, some sort of unusual ritual. Seems more divine than arcane.
Okay.
I'll give you that much. And then once they all sort of glow, he just sort of takes his palm and breaks one of the stones off. And starts just going through until there are 12 of these stones that went around it that he has now broken off everyone. And each one sort of has sort of a bit of a flash as it breaks, as light trails between them, and they get very far, and they both stay lit. But the trail between them sort of fades off. He sort of gathers up these 12 magic stones and sort of, I think I've brought it together. Sort of puts them in like just sort of a burlap sack to kind of hand off. And if examined later, I'll say now they each also have sort of an indentation in them where a string or something could be affixed to wear an amulet or something like that for convenience.
I do ask him what these are.
But right, yes. That's the point. You should probably, at least one of you should keep one. Or all of you if you want. Depending on how many you need to give.
Just put it up. What's it do?
Of course, next time you do go through that temple, it might be wise have one sent this way to Asmodeus or whoever is leading his force for the war. And if you can convince others to join our battle, our fight, have one provided to whomever will be coordinating their forces. This way we can each manage to be called for them, and I can stay behind and sort of coordinate mentally the hub to coordinate planning for combats ahead. Of course, if you can do whatever infiltration you can to get more information as far as the Illithid's territory would certainly be helpful. And if there, see if Gif made it back. I'm supposed to hand one over to her if she managed to accomplish anything on her end.
Okay,
This
so
guy
these are
sucks at telling us what they are.
they're
Telepathic
powerful sending stones.
It's similar.
Telepathic bomb stones.
More.
Suppositories.
Are you? You ventured into the astral bodily. Others do so mentally. It is more joining a demi-plane to coordinate in the mental capacity. Do stay safe before going in. Don't leave your body in a point of weakness.
It's like an astral conference room.
Yeah.
Erich gets it.
You just have to be smart.
Yeah.
He's not, though. He's just extremely competent.
Yeah.
Hey, it's smarter than I am, so
That's not a high bar.
Damn.
he's the same amount of smart as you are.
That's right, Paladin. We are the
no.
same level of smart.
No, he's
I'm in
smart.
charge of hitting things.
We are the same level of smart.
No, I read that wrong. He's smarter than you.
I'll take the first one.
But that would be dishonest. And I've not known Erich to be a dishonest individual.
No, he lies all the time.
I never lie.
I nod to him when he talks about sending him to that and figuring out whether or not Gith has gotten back. I spend an action to prepare sending. I cast sending. I send a message to Gith. Gith, have you survived and made it out of hell, and where are you?
You gotta roll percentile, do you?
Well, sending would be, it reaches them if they're on the same plane.
Or has a chance to fail if they're on a different one.
Yeah.
Isn't it still like a good 95% chance to work, or is it 50-50?
5% that it doesn't arrive.
Yeah, so
95% success rate, even if it's on a different plane.
Home.
Gith says that she's home. So presumably she's just below us.
In her Hall of Blades.
Yeah.
Next time we go there, we're throwing a rock at the door and telling them to come out. This seems reasonable.
You could also cast sending.
Yeah.
We're here! Ring the doorbell!
Yeah.
Just chuck a rock down that hall.
It's a very long haul.
The idea from it before was you were not expected. You were the things being defended against.
I don't know what you're talking about. I would never, need to be defended against.
Mm-hmm. So, I guess we'll go meet with leaders, try to recruit people, and have them use the conference room to chat about when to do things.
Mm-hmm.
You know who might be convinced to help us out?
Mushroom people?
The vampire.
No, I don't think she would be. She seems like the kind of person who would just sit there and do nothing.
As the person who had the most time with her, she came off as very reasonable. I think we can convince her.
She murdered you and told you to murder us.
2 points. Number 1, I'm not dead. Number 2, you're not dead.
That's because...
Point 3, you've already been there.
Yes. Well, that's probably the most salient point for
Oh,
Erich.
apparently we're going back to cities, too, so, I mean, what do you want? I'm embracing that you guys like going back to places you've already been. I'm trying to. But you gotta stop being so wishy-washy about it. You act like you don't even want to interact with the vampire.
I mean, we could kill her, but...
I mean, that'd be rude. It's her house.
Think of all the stories you can tell about that time you fought a vampire in a mansion
That's true.
underground.
Chaotic neutral. We could kill her.
After she fell madly in love with you, you had no choice but to end her. It's tragic, really.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
It's tragic.
remember, she didn't want you to go places.
Yeah, could use more tragedy. You can't have her suckering in other people into not going places.
Yeah.
It's like there's a lot of stories about laughing and gasping and awe and things like that. Almost no crying. You need some of them crying people.
And we could drive by Earthquake.
The true tragedy was the ground crushed her.
It's hilarious. It's probably sturdy.
Probably take her a while. Well, no, she would gas form out, but I don't think all of her stuff and minions would probably fight it.
You annoyed us.
Certainly
so we
annoy her.
Yeah, you annoyed us, so we broke your stuff.
I mean, that's what you guys did last time. And you know what happened?
She
She
ran
killed
away.
Erich. No, she killed Erich. Then you broke her stuff. And then she let you have your way. To get you to stop.
She also told Erich to kill us.
But we did
She
break
was
her
mad.
stuff.
Yeah, she was angry. Don't worry about her.
I think her first option was for you guys just to leave.
But we wanted Erich. For reasons.
But why? Really? I don't get that. I've never been able to figure that one out.
If it was up to Kalidan, we would have just left.
No, we wouldn't have. He doesn't just leave people behind. No matter how annoying Erich
Not even
is.
Erich?
No matter how annoying Erich is, you're not allowed to leave him behind. He was supremely annoyed that he had to go and save Erich, as I recall.
But think about what that means to your story arc.
I need a short rest.
You have gotten a short rest.
Okay, then I
You got a short rest, but while he was messing with this thing, that took more than an hour.
Do you want a short rest in between sendings? Is what we're asking.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you have used your settings since then, but yeah, other than that.
Yeah, because then I get to prepare the teleport circle.
Why are you yawning, Nick?
There's a feat.
Alright.
So much yawning.
Berevin?
If we didn't want to drop... Cannon, can you get home from Berevin?
Where the hell's Berevin?
It's the Drow City.
That's the
Yeah,
Drow
she'll
City.
take that over here.
I thought we were just going to take her to Onyx.
Do we want to go to
Are you
Onyx?
wanting to go to Onyx? She is not trying to. She is not telling you have to take her somewhere else. She will
Okay.
definitely take Berevin over
Yeah,
if that's
then-
where you're going. If she's like, if you're going from there afterwards to Onyx, then let me know. I'd
I
love to
mean,
hop along, but
I offer up Erich's money to...
I will eventually get a path back just because.
No. Berevin's fine.
No,
Yeah,
I
I
offer
was
up...
just thought we were dropping her off. We're not offering her Eric's money.
No, offering Eric's money for the teleport circle of going to Onyx, shopping around their magical items, and letting her go then Berevin.
They don't. They're raw resources.
Yeah, they have very little as far as the items.
Yeah,
okay.
It would allow me to buy like material components.
No,
and stuff.
we have one store, and it's the corpse cart,
Yeah.
and it's the only magic item store in the game world.
No, it's not.
No.
You've even gone to a second one.
Yeah, no.
The mushroom people had one, and the dwarf people had one.
And the whatever the recluses where you got the crossbow.
Yeah, those weren't magic, though.
Yeah, that was not magic. That was unusual tinkering things, and there's definitely things that can be bought there. There was proper magic shop with the dwarves as well as the corpse cart. There was unusual magic shop with the mushroom people, although they didn't specifically have the ability to get anything. They had their things and their currency, and then outside of that, they didn't really care.
Because I was the only one who decided to keep decided to keep the iron coins. Besides, Ryan kept some.
I feel like people would have kept them. You just said, I want them, and people had no idea of a value for them, so...
They were weird. Okay, I've played your games often enough that I know that weird currency should be kept.
Of course it should!
It's
fun
like,
for me!
It's like a video game where they're like, this is a rare resource. You might want to save it to important things. Hoard it like a dragon. That hurt. No, you could spend it, just, be aware. No, never spend it, keep it forever. That hurt.
So,
It's like, no, you gave me a weird thing.
Message him,
You gave us weird coins. Keep them forever.
unless we wanted to go to Cabrick's Nem, and let's, yeah.
No, let's
Well,
go to... I want to go to the corpse cart.
Yeah, okay.
I very specifically would like that.
Yes, Bob has a hole burned in his portable hole and/or bag of holding.
I need to upgrade my armor.
You can't! That's literally legendary armor!
No, it's not.
It's the best.
No, it's not.
I'm almost sure it is actually legendary armor.
No, it's not. It's just very rare.
It is not artifact armor.
Well, it's just Jordan plate, right?
Yeah, it's just Dwarven Blade.
You're still using a vanilla shield, right?
No, I have a +2 shield.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
very rare.
There's better armor, that's all I'm saying.
Although you will, let's see. Okay, your belt gives you the rest of things. So you could basically swap out your +2 and your resistance to being pushed along the ground to get an additional
+1.
+1.
At exorbitant prices.
Well, I don't...
Armor of
You're hard enough to
invulnerability.
hit as it is, man!
Well, you keep hitting me.
I keep trying real hard.
You keep hitting me.
No, he's not happy till he just doesn't get hit anymore. He's invulnerable.
I still find your biggest weakness to be saving throws.
Oh, yeah, my saving throws are garbage, but there's something I can do about that.
He already has like 2 pluses of protection.
Yeah, I have, I've got +1 from Cloak of Resistance, unless there's a better Cloak of Resistance.
I don't.
There's
think
something that Adam might let you spend money on that could give you better saving throws.
Well, I already want to get a book for each of my stats.
I was going to suggest a paladin servant, like have a paladin that you hire on as a mercenary.
Hey, you go die for me and stand
Yeah,
in front of me.
can I buy a paladin?
A paladin that sits behind you and is like, "My aura of protection will save thee."
As he just hangs out with an aura of plus the saves.
No.
No, we can work together. The paladin can give me saves, and I can block everything that's not save related.
Apparatus of Qualsh is legendary.
No one wants the damn crab thing.
Unless everybody gets one.
Is that because it only fits like 2 people?
Yeah, it doesn't really fit a whole lot of people.
Is there a heavy-duty broom that can hold us big boys?
No, there's no such thing as a broom. You bought them all.
The-
You own all of them.
There
There's
are
one more.
flying carpets, though.
Are they slower?
Shut up.
They do very much. They're rare and suck in every conceivable way to the uncommon broom.
Is it just that they don't have a weight limit?
Oh no, they still have a weight limit.
Is it higher?
It would carry you.
Let's see. 200 pounds.
Yeah, no,
400 pounds,
you knew it was going to be a shopping episode. We are rich and going to the corpse cart.
600 pounds, 800 pounds.
Yeah, legendary armor's +3.
Yeah, with no other frills. Here's
There
your
are
plus
some
one
that
dis-
have other frills that don't have the +3. They're
Yeah.
just all garbage.
So do you send a message to your guy and...
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, because the only thing that this armor gives me is resistance to being pushed back, which has never been useful, not once.
I think once.
Oh yeah, once.
Hey, it's a
No,
small-
I still got eaten because it could pull me over that distance, so it didn't even help.
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah, it sucked you, and it's like I negate 10 feet of that. Well, it's still.
Well, I
cold.
had 60 feet to pull.
Yeah.
50 more material components.
I would also, well, I'd like to upgrade my axe, but I don't think that there's anything I can do to it.
So, y'all get back to Berevin.
So, 2 random dwarfs whose house we come are. Yeah, it is a dwarf in here, isn't it? In the Drow City.
Huh?
What?
Is it a dwarf
the
in the
guild?
house?
The guild? No, I'm pretty sure he's just a human.
I thought he'd be either a drow or something.
No.
Yeah, I thought it was just a dwarf living in the city who also is part of the guild.
I mean, the guild isn't just dwarves.
No, Ryan's in it. It's obviously just dwarves and maybe gnomes. We don't actually need to know more about him. When we say hi, what's the news of the city? Did anything more explode while we were gone? That would be the biggest news I could think of. There can be lesser degrees of news.
I have his name. I don't actually have a description for him. Though.
What's his name?
Marvellian.
That sounds kind of human.
Wouldn't be human.
Doesn't sound drow.
More likely drow.
Probably
No,
drow.
all the manuals are only very rare.
And did I finish that up?
Yes.
Is that a +2, I'm guessing?
Yep.
Increased by 2, as does the maximum.
Mm-hmm. Which is the important part.
Yeah, but be careful, that order of operations almost ruins it.
Alright, now hold on to that. That's good in another century.
Okay.
Yeah, it recharges in a sense. Which is a perfect opportunity to find some place to stash it as loot in a dungeon. And then seal the dungeon away for 100 years.
Just right above it, established in.
Yeah.
Date must be 100 years from here.
I'm not wearing bracers.
Well, they wouldn't stack with armor.
Their bracers do other things besides armor.
Archery?
Yeah.
It's like, bracers come to mind are archery and armor.
Yeah, it's specifically bows, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm sure you don't stick around the house. What do you go off and do?
We're staying. I'm being chaotic character for a long time, I'm guessing.
Why not?
been
Well,
like a
I
week.
don't donate any of my money to the church.
Yeah.
They've got enough money.
Yes. So we go
You
to the
need to
corpse
pull
garden.
money out of your bag.
But
Oh, wait,
I
actually,
do-
no. Hold on. You would have at least gone one step back. You've had several days. I forgot
Well, I
the
was
travel
only
time.
one step gone.
Oh. Well, yes, anyone who is gone is one step back.
Okay.
Because of, yes, you've actually had several days of your travel, so I forgot how many days you had to walk, your walk was, so.
Well, yeah.
Okay, now I'm lawful neutral.
And
I won't push kids in front of buses.
For the
And-
insurance money.
Are you the only one that's still
Yeah.
off and you're just one step off?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I was true
You have a
neutral.
few
I
more
could
days
only
to
be
move
two.
Yeah.
Nope, never shifted
No,
alignment.
no.
Would have
Eric
been lawful
was the
evil
farthest
immediately if I did.
away.
I was only one step.
No, you were chaotic good. You were the farthest away from lawful evil.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, he would have had to take the most steps. I'm a single step away.
Mm-hmm. So,
I go to church. I think it's important that she knows I made 2 new gods.
You just pray to law. Or random drow lady.
Well, I would have already told Lol.
Oh, right. That was something I wanted to tell Laduguer before.
Give Lol a heads up, by the way. Also tell Farngan, I said that, specifically the part where I suggested Asmodeus take some travel domains, because, he's extra planar. Travel's gotta be a thing for them. Maybe you could help him out. Keep him on the right
that
path.
Laduguer needs faith to grow as a god. So, get worshippers.
he has plenty once they're freed.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. We'll get you there yet.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to the priestess.
Okay. You care which one?
The one lady priestess that I know.
The Eladrin?
I think she was a drow, maybe. The one who convinced me Lolth was actually pretty
That was
cool
the
guy.
Eladrin.
There you go, her.
Yeah.
She was.
That was, I want to say, Spring Eladrin here in the middle of a drow temple. With her very happy view of...
Yeah, I think she needs to know.
that there are 2 more gods.
Yeah. One of the Duguar and the other of the devils.
First off, what are the Duguar?
You ever seen a dwarf? Well, they're like dwarves, but instead of normal color skin, they have like really gray skin.
They are 2 dwarves. What
As she looks around everyone else in the room.
Yeah, I think it's like the elf drow thing, except with dwarves.
No.
So
Heard of that.
Duguar are like drow dwarves.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, well, apparently there's a whole bunch of them, and they're all enslaved, and we're going to go and fight a war to get them freed from slavery.
Mashara
And the first step of that was apparently getting the one Duguar we knew to become a god of Duguar. So he's a god now.
There are no... There can be no new gods.
Oh yeah, there's 2. You notice my shiny new eye?
Yes.
Yeah, Asmodeus gave that to me. As proof that I met him.
Asmodeus.
Yes. He's the new god of the devils.
We're doomed.
I don't know. He seemed like a pretty nice guy.
We're absolutely doomed.
Yeah. Mashara Lovelander is her name.
There you go. That sounds right. Lovelander. That sounds right. I don't see how we're doomed. He agreed to help with the Duguar fight.
Right. Fighting with the new beings.
Don't forget the GIF.
Did you follow him?
No.
Then he forgot the gift.
And also, they didn't turn into a god. They basically don't matter.
Yeah, they freed a god. Maybe.
They partnered with...
Yeah. So Tiamat's in the mix.
Also, Tiamat's out now.
Well, if I knew that, I'd tell her.
So basically, the Pantheon just got 3 new evil gods, or at least one's back into circulation and 2 new evil gods. Because I figure Laduguer's evil, right?
Maybe.
Maybe.
He seemed kind of nice, though.
He's
He's at least lawful.
he is the lawful evil for me and mine. Screw everyone else.
He didn't throw us under the bus, so he can't be that bad of a guy.
I think we're still
We're
helping.
still working for him.
Yeah.
But I think we might fall under and his.
I think he's at least neutral. I'm an optimist. But yeah, I don't think we're doomed. I mean, I met the guy. He seems pretty reasonable.
Right.
I mean, the devils are rough, but... Speaking of devils, how... If I have a whole bunch of souls, how do I, like, not have them? Like, they should be, like, I guess, freed?
What did you do?
Well, I was in hell.
So I picked up some souls, as you do!
I was in hell, and apparently they just sell souls. So I bought some, and now I'm thinking that maybe I should find a way to unbuy them. They're like trapped in coins.
Coins.
Oh no, you have all the lanterns, don't you?
Yeah, the soul cages.
Because they're all I don't have enough room.
Mm-hmm.
And I need them for experiments.
Also, you have a bag full of tainted transmutational angel blood
That's true.
that you should probably have checked out.
Why did you
I picked up, I was in hell, I had quite the adventure. I collected a lot of souvenirs, some of which I would prefer to return to their proper location.
She asks you why you get the soul coins, just respond to her, and it's like, needs must when the devil drives.
Should I go and find like a sunshine god?
You totally don't have that spell.
No. Well, I'll figure it out.
Right. She kind of weakly stands and walks towards one of the other older-looking priestesses.
Let me just dump all this on you. By the by.
This is like the confessional kind of church where you just lay all this on a priest and let them deal with it, and you feel great the rest of the day.
And you get a soul-sending ritual. I need to send these people to the right afterlife. Here they are.
Yeah, I guess I'd have to go find like one of the sunshine, bright and cheery churches to get like a way to put souls in heaven.
If they deserve to be there. They were souls that were in hell.
I mean, you know.
So while you're doing that, how about you?
I believe if Ryan didn't, me and Kalidan are going to the corpse guard.
And then are you going to the corpse guard, or you got other things to do first?
I need to talk to our buddy here before I leave his house.
And make sure, I don't know, you're keeping track of how many...
I'm going to drop some money on him so he can buy some more.
So yeah, the pair of you make your way to the corpse guard. Greetings! Volt. Sitting behind the counter.
Howdy, we're back from hell. We had a nice trip.
Right, of course you did.
I was reading through magical items because I figured you needed me to know what I was trying to buy more so than you needed me paying attention to whatever the heck it is Vic was doing.
Yeah, well, he's being him here.
Yeah. So they have the Ring of Mind Shielding, but it doesn't... I don't think there's anything that actually protects you from domination.
Yeah. We've asked him about this before. There's nothing that prevents charm or domination.
No. Fifth edition doesn't like immunity to certain effects.
You can get immunity to charm.
Yeah, it's like...
Mind Blink.
Yeah.
Mind Blink gives you immunity to charm.
Is that an item or a spell?
Spell.
Yeah, let's see. I'm guessing, isn't it like 8th level?
Yep.
Yes, I feel an item with that continuously on would be absorbently.
You just need to
artifact.
cast once a day. It's a 24-hour spell.
Buy a wizard.
Yep.
A really high level wizard, at least 15th level. I want you to follow me and cast Mind Blank on me daily. That's it. I don't have to do any of the fighting. No, I would hide. I also suggest invisibility and other such things. Was that just protect you against psychic damage or something?
So you get in. What do you?
I'd like to start ordering some. It's like you haven't had them before, but now I'm we're flush with cash from the vaults of, what was that, like the 4th level?
Third.
Shut up.
You have money?
No, I'm going to be spending Erich's money.
Erich has to be there for you to spend his money.
Well, I'm putting in the orders now, and I know Erich needs to clean his money before we start this transaction.
Erich's liable to give it away.
Here, have some blood money. What, you get this by killing people? No, it's literally blood money.
You look how bloody it is.
This is angel blood.
Huh?
Maybe, sort of.
I thought we already cleaned that in the mansion where he dumped it all out.
No, I discussed doing that, but we never went into the mansion.
Oh, we never
So
got
it never
there yet.
happened.
Okay. So, yeah, that's because it happened during the angel stuff.
Yeah.
And we haven't been back there yet.
Yeah. So anyways, I'd like to put in an order for a dagger or any small weapon that is much like Kalidan's axe there, as fire as possible, but I was also wondering if I could get one in icy as possible, electricity as possible, and acidy as possible.
No, they don't make them. I just read through all the weapons.
No, that's why I'm custom ordering.
He wants to put all these dices on his weapon.
Yes. 2d6, 2d... Well, I believe the Frost Tongue is 1d6, but
Frost
other brand. Yeah, but I don't want that. I want just straight dice with no other effects.
He wants to put this unbreakable sword to the test.
I want to make my sword a boomstick. I'm only getting plus 17 damage.
We also need to shove the angel back to Celestia.
That would probably kill it.
I mean,
The angels are kind of dicks.
that's true. I do have to file a complaint with management.
Yeah.
Here's a new devil.
Half a devil.
Say if we want to do anything good for him, we're going to have to go to the upper plane halfway house. We got to go to Elysium.
Just throw him out of Elysium. Will they not kill him there?
No, we will have to talk to people about the
Let's go
situation.
and find
So
like,
basically,
the
you
martyr.
get to
and throw him there.
I don't think we're dealing with Farunian.
you want a
guys.
flame tongue dagger, and then you want
we?
it again,
No.
basically the exact same enchantment, altering the
Damage
the
type.
damage
Yeah,
type to what?
true.
Ice.
Paylor then.
Ice.
Who's in Elysium?
No, I already have electricity, kind of.
Throw it at St. Cuthbert. This is
Fire,
your problem
ice,
now.
acidy, I said.
This is broken law somehow.
Sonic, if you can figure that out. What else have I been hit in the face? Oh. I already have some necrotic radiant.
Psychic.
I know, can you make people's brains bleed with a sword?
Yes.
I mean, besides the obvious way.
That's a good one.
Okay.
But I will need a price check on those and check with Erich to see our funds and tell you how many I can afford.
Well, you can easily do the firebrand onto a dagger for 4,000.
Okay.
Anything else will probably be about double at least. Probably for ice and acid would be about 8,000 each. 10,000 for thunder, and 14,000 for both radiant and psychic. After, say, a half hour of him checking vials of things on his wall and trying to figure out, good time. And what were you thinking of?
Is
Hello?
is Ellie still there?
Yeah, she'll come out.
I go up and I whisper into her ear everything I want.
Okay.
To her specifically, I say
Yeah.
words.
I'm not super surprised at that point. You're definitely making
My character
growth, and it's
so
just
much
not
progress.
attaching to yourself to any of the party. You're just attaching to my random NPCs.
Smith, random old lady door, priest.
I put my shield down, and I said that I want spell guard on this. And then it's a spell guard, very rare. And it would require attunement, which means I have to get rid of my boots. Because I've looked at all the other things attuned to me, and those are the easiest things to get rid of.
And you are aware Spellguard
Would not help me with their abilities, I know.
Yeah, but it would circumvent. You couldn't keep the plus.
Yes, I could.
The magical plus.
Why not? I want spell guard on my +2 shield.
That's not how that works.
That's not how it works.
You don't add more enchantments on an already made item.
Yeah.
Okay, can I get a +2 shield with spell guard? Is it not possible?
Well, it's already
Her eyes just kind of.
It's already very rare without the +2,
Bugger.
and the +2 is already that hard. Putting them together, you're talking legendary work, which they can't do.
Well, no, artificial,
They
facto
can't do
level.
artifact.
Yeah, and +2 is rare. So it'd be rare with a very rare.
Which is already one step beyond legendary.
So I would have to drop it down to an uncommon with a +1 with it.
She kind of, she kind of wanders in the back.
That's not the difficult request. I want all the books too.
So those are probably an easier request.
And then I want this axe. I want more damage on it. It's got flame tongue on it. I don't think I can add any pluses. I would like to. Or double the flame tongue. I don't know.
Can you make a copy of Nick's sword?
Yeah, I want Nick's sword, but as an axe.
I don't know. You be connected to by a dubious deity.
So Spellguard
like,
+2 shield. And then what was you wanted each of which tomes?
Strength, wisdom, and constitution. And luck.
There is no such tome for luck.
I know, but I thought I'd get lucky.
No.
You didn't.
So those aren't tomes that.
I believe the luck one is the Diary of a Madman.
Wisdom is brain.
Oh yeah, you didn't say Dex because there isn't one for Dex.
Yeah, there is.
No, I thought
There's one for each stat, except for luck, because luck doesn't exist.
I thought one of the stats was missing.
With mything?
Mm-hmm.
Is super mythic?
Manual.
Yeah, manual.
It's like as my brain. It's like access. What are the other books called? Manuals.
Yeah, I think that the brain ones are tomes, and the physicals are manual.
Quickness of action.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to upgrade my shield.
And then what was that you wanted to do with the weapon?
More damage on it. It's got a flame tongue on a battle axe, which is already, it's not supposed to have that. It's only supposed to go on swords.
Okay.
You might, I don't know if you can up that, but you could get belts of giant strength, like.
No, I'm already wearing a belt.
True.
Wear another belt.
And also a belt of giant strength wouldn't up my strength.
Yeah, add force damage to your
No,
axe.
there are belts of giant strength that would.
Yeah. Ogres cap at 19, the belts go up to like 27.
Okay, yeah, but no, that's still a bad plan, because then I can't see anymore.
29.
Yeah, I can't see anymore, though. And I can't speak Dwarven, nor do I have my giant bushy beard.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it wouldn't make your beard fall out.
Yes, but it wouldn't continuously get more and more luxurious.
No, remember, we're not playing 3.5 where you'd have to choose. You could just not take the spell shielding and wear a second belt
Yeah.
and attune to it.
Yeah, you're no longer limited by body slots, but by how ridiculous you're willing to look and attunement slots.
No.
You people can physically wear more than one belt. I've
Yeah, 3 vests, 5 rings, whatever floats your boat, man. You just the 3 attunement slots.
How many belts did Lulu wear?
A lot.
All of the belts. Were they really belts at that point to not
Okay.
be straps?
So what did you want on top of Flame Tongue?
Force damage.
Yeah, I would have like.
More flame tongue.
Were you wanting just to add a plus? Were you wanting to add to up the
I would
damage
be
of
happier
it?
with dice.
So you would want more dice to it. Okay.
Don't think there's a higher
There isn't. I don't think there's anything that adds more than the
2 6s.
the 2d6s.
I don't know. You could reinvent Flaming Burst.
Yeah, I don't like Flaming Burst. I don't like it activates on crits. I hate that.
It does pass the damage.
Thank you for saying that at that moment as I'm trying to think of what to do.
Yeah, I hate things that activate on crit. That annoys me.
No, Flaming Burst did damage and then extra damage on crit.
Yeah. It would just add a D10 on crit.
Yeah, which I don't want.
No. Break the Ranger wants that.
Rick the Ranger did want all bursts. Man, that Olith never saw that coming.
Nope. My head!
What happened? It exploded.
And I think the werewolf chick also did not see that coming, as she tried to somehow phase through a wall.
And she was just going to Dimension Door out the window. Yeah, no, that was her thing. Cut you with your pants down, transformed into a werewolf.
Then I still proceeded to beat her, and then her trying to run from me.
Yep.
Okay.
3.5 range. I ain't no joke.
So as you've now gone very much into the... she sort of comes back, and as much as you'd probably do that while he's in the mix of this, he gets his prices before you do. She's coming back with all sorts with basically just notes of scribbled prices. It may take a little bit of time on pretty much any of them. None of them are stock items.
Not even any of the books?
No.
One would think if you were a wizard powerful enough to make the books, you would start with the intellect one once you've had enough money to do it, and just start upping that, especially if you lived more than 100 years.
You can't keep rereading it.
Still, that's a +1 across the board, if you can make them. And then you can sell them in 100 years.
Yeah, and they likely have a copy of each one that is currently inactive.
I'm willing to accept
But
that.
they do not consider the concept of selling that. They're proper business people here.
You can rent it.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
In 100 years, someone can...
yeah, it's like they have here. It's like they could sell it at... No, like they would sell it maybe at that point. But they're not going to sell it in inactive one unless you're specifying the wanting to buy... Can I get it for cheap if I get it? I'm willing to wait. They don't otherwise assume that. 75,000 for the Spellguard +2 shield. 40,000 for each of the books.
That's not that expensive.
Wait. Yeah.
That's cheaper than 3.5.
And it's only a +2, though.
Yeah, that's true. It's only +2.
No.
Yeah,
it's
were the
not
books you were thinking of 5?
The books I were thinking of was 136,500.
I asked for 3 books, right?
130.
Yeah, they were 40,000 each.
There you go. I was
Except
off by
strength,
a
wisdom, and con, but really the
Yeah.
price is the same for any of them. And then
+5.
35,000 for an Uber Flame Tongue, which is basically the idea of not positive what it'll do, but we could just pump more magical power into it, sure.
I still think, even if I got literally all of my daggers, way less than any one of your items.
Yeah. Well, no, if you got all of them, you're easily, literally, like 3 of them goes above that Uber Flame Tongue.
Okay.
Because that Thunder, Radiant, and Psychic are...
Yeah, because that's 28, 38.
I will encourage you to get at least 2 of them and figure out how it works before you spend on all of them. I will encourage you because otherwise you will feel tricked.
Or are you going to make me choose which one's active?
Yes, they're all the same enchantment.
Ah. Then it's only worth getting the frame. Well, yeah, probably the firebrand.
What? Force damage.
What?
I didn't ask for force damage.
You can do the same thing as him to try and get something of an uber blade tug of like 35,000.
I don't know. Can I... They're all the same enchantment, but I've already done Shocking Grasp as an enchantment. Can I start going through the other cantrips as enchantments?
Just start having your sword activate spells as you're whacking people. Go, Flaming Sphere attack, go.
No, because the other cantrips also usually have a secondary effect with them. Because my Shocking Grasp currently, if I hit something, they no longer get reactions that turn. If they're wearing metal armor, it also does 2d8 electricity damage.
You can also prevent them from healing.
Yeah.
Anyways, so y'all were discussing that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. You're talking to...
I'm talking to Mavelian?
Mm-hmm.
Really? Anyway, talking to him, I'm going to go ahead and kind of lay out the knowledge that I'm going to be handing over to the Mages Guild. And it's like, I'll probably end up taking it to Cabrix Nem or one of the other places, but I'll go ahead and tell him about my travel to Hell, and then I'm going to be providing a bunch of spell components and knowledge that I've accrued during that time and handing that over, just so he knows. Also, I'm going to give him, like, whatever, 1,000 gold so he can go out and buy material components.
Yeah.
Hey, Adam?
Mm-hmm.
When she tells me that, I pull out my bag of gems and lay them out, and I go,
That's money.
Do you know the value of them?
yes.
Okay.
It's 238,000 gold worth of gems.
So
Does that cover everything?
Yes.
Okay.
It's actually 8,000 more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that a tip?
What?
Is that a tip? You're gonna give
Literally, as he's doing this and discussing things with you, he's...
As he just pulls out bag of gems. Like I said,
And put it on the thing. Oh, I pick up one of the yellow sapphire. No, one of the black sapphires and hand it to her.
Okay.
Give her a little pinch.
But,
Walk on.
But yeah, she starts gathering, and basically it'll take them time to evaluate the idol.
Yeah, I just give her all of them.
Yep.
But I ask him the question, I'm looking for a form of knowledge.
And as you start watching, do you have a priority order, as they will take time?
Book of strength first. The strength you tome. There.
But I ask him...
I was tired of having
I'm
money
looking for
anyway.
a book about
Burning a hole in your pocket.
dragons and monstrosities as far as like a bestiary, so I can learn about the different creatures in the world, the more powerful ones. And it's like, and I'm looking for where I might get that book, because I'm not sure if the library here would have had it, and where those books might be now.
Well, likely you've been one in the library.
Are you aware of where I could get a copy?
Not exactly so. I believe you said you've been to Onyx?
Yeah, I've visited Onyx, so I can go there.
They may have something in their stacks. They're a little guarded with the library, but that would be the other major library I'm familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you.
Oh crap! I was gonna add a flying carpet that I could actually sit on to that order.
Too late, you left. No going back now.
Isn't there?
There totally is.
A sinkhole opens up and you fall.
He still has flying boots.
No, going to be getting rid of the flying boots, and I need to be able to travel with the rest of the group.
No, they have to stay back with you.
Yeah, that ain't happening. Flying brooms are just too awesome.
Convenient.
And by too awesome, I mean very likely to get bandaged for games amounts of awesome.
Yeah, I have to get the one with the 60-foot fly speed.
While I'm still back there,
That's a 4-foot by 6-foot carpet.
I asked him if I could have a private room for where I could I'm going to be talking to people. If he would mind.
He shows you to his bedroom and lets you talk to people in there.
Okay.
Remember, it's not a guild house. It's literally this guy's house.
Yeah. That's fine. He doesn't mind me.
Yeah, it's just sort of... Yeah, you're funding stuff quite exclusive. Sure.
So how about that VIP treatment? Mi casa es su casa, right?
Oh! These aren't attunement. Oh, no, Recard's attunement. Yep. So,
Make a luck check.
What?
Make a luck check.
17.
17?
There is a chance with that. I will say which one do that.
Yeah. The 25,000, and they have what in?
A carpet?
Yeah, a 4x6 carpet.
Is that the one I need?
That is the
400
pound, 60 feet.
That's the one I need. I put my boots up on the counter. Are they giving me new weapons, or are they upgrading the weapons that I already have?
They are upgrading the weapons you already have. And as of this point, they're assuming to start work on the books, unless you're saying specifically, I'm dropping this off now.
No, they can start off the books. So I'm going to put my boots up on the counter to trade in against them. They're uncommon.
Uncommon? Oh, yeah. You're spending a lot, they'll give you 200 gold off.
Okay, so I need to come up with... So I had 8,000 more than what they asked for, and I gave away a 5,000 gold gem, so that's 3,000. Shouldn't have given away that gem. Can this take place before I was overly generous?
Yeah, make an insight check.
Natural 20.
Yeah, you managed to have the insight to...
To remember not to
to remember not to do that.
Yay.
Nothing in our travels suggests that the Elithas are using undead, right?
Not that we know of.
So getting Mace of Disruption thrown on there probably not a good idea. I haven't ordered mine because once I figured, well, you told me that I wouldn't buy more than one.
Okay. I can...
Technically, you'd have to buy 2 to know that.
Wait a second.
Okay, 4. So, who are you going and talking to? Henwick?
I cast sending. I send a message to Webby. To Webby, I say, back on the material from hell, safe with friends. See you as soon as I can. Friends with Grey Dwarf God Asmodeus as God now. Careful.
I'm so glad. Wait, what?
Hold on. I want to update the old home shrine real quick.
I'm so glad. Wait, what?
By the by.
Prepping for war.
So yeah, I'm gonna go and find Vic and get 14,800 gold from him.
I don't know if I have that.
You do.
I don't know. I'm about to give a lot of money away.
Oh, come on.
This will be hilarious. I don't get sword stuff.
Alright.
What's the purpose of money, anyways?
Well, yeah, I figure I'll just spend it on things.
Vic, why do you gotta do this?
Blame my alignment.
It's his
Lawful
character.
good?
Lawful good?
What,
No,
chaotic good?
I feel like lawful good is the bootstraps mentality. They should work for a living.
Lawful good is the I am supposed to give this percentage?
I feel like chaotic goods, you're the noble now. Bam!
Okay.
I cast sending. I send a
Don't
message
worry, I still have money.
I send a message to Grandpa, and it's like, okay, I'm back from hell. I need to exchange some of the information that I've collected with the guild, and would like some additional spells for my efforts. Where are you?
He's still at his guild hall, so yeah. It's,
Okay.
he seems a little exasperated.
Alright, so am I able to find you?
So what do you do as she's walked off and talked to the other priestess?
Oh yeah, she's if it's evident that she's not expecting me to stick around.
I mean, you're definitely aware you're welcome in here.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought they should know.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I got to go and visit the queen. We're a queen here? Queen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Queen here? Yeah.
In the Drow City? Yes, you've met her.
After that, I will go to Corpse Card.
Oh. That's a question. This one.
This.
The Holy Avenger.
Yeah, the paladin weapon?
Hey, it gives you a 10-foot area of... Wait, does that say Paladin only? Yeah, attunement by Paladin. I saw the second part of it where it said, if you're a 17th level Paladin, the aura extends. I thought that meant you didn't have to be Paladin.
No,
But if you were, you
just
got
be a
bonuses.
high-level rogue. High-level thief rogue. Solve all those problems. And as much as I do hate on 5th edition for making bad choices, I do think the inclusion of use a device into that rogue ability is actually really sweet. It's actually a really cool implementation of it.
Versus just ignoring that it existed.
Yeah, which is what they did for a lot of stuff. I like that they kept it, and that what they kept is actually pretty cool. Wait, you gotta go find the queen?
Yes.
Oh, her?
Jeez, Ryan, not doing your job over here.
I didn't know what they were doing.
I don't even think he has what I need out of it. Although I guess this session might help.
Yeah. Queen Matron Mother Farzisteria Sithreth.
Did you write down the session that it was?
29.
You actually wrote down what session?
He orders his notes by session.
Yeah. Like, this is session 60.
Bam.
Kalidan, cleaning up Smith, 5 gold per day.
Otherwise,
Sell loot
I was
from
just
the-
going for magic items.
from
I was
the
going to buy
Orcos,
every
including
non-attunement
a
item.
pink pearl necklace. Erich explores
Just
Noble District and
everyone
finds
they
a
have.
palace with drider
Yeah, right?
guards.
I was going to buy every non-attunement
Silver
item.
workers won 2,000 gold for
Everyone
the
they
Queen's Wall.
have. That's what I was going to spend money on.
Yeah, I wonder if that one place that we wound
And
up
then wear them
screwing is open still. That place that spent their last dime to buy the stuff that we then screwed them out of the contract for.
Rolled 27 smithing check for silverware.
Damn.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Flame Tongue and Frostbrand. Because those are different enchantments.
And
'Cause the
belts of
resistant fire would
Dwarvenkind
be
are
fine.
5,000 gold.
Okay. So you make your way back to the
Yes.
palace. You smooth talk your way up and get your way.
I am returned from great adventures.
Make a survival check.
Who, me?
Yep, you.
$14.
Do you want to be found?
I'm not hiding.
And I didn't say we're hiding.
I mean, he can show up. I don't think he'll get in with the queen, though.
I'm very good at looking like your bodyguard.
And you are asking now about both.
The Frostbrand and Flame Tongue. The Frostbrand only does a d6, so it's not the ice conversion. So they could both be active. And it gives me
Oh yeah, they're
resistance to
definitely
fire.
fire.
Also looking at the Dwarven Thrower, but I don't think I would throw my sword. It would be hilarious to give it the thrown property and just start choking it at people.
Why not?
Now it's a ranged weapon.
Why wouldn't you throw it?
Doesn't it give you the return thing?
Yeah, it instantly returns to your
Immediately
hand
after-
in between every attack.
Yeah, no, I would ask for that so I can make it a 20-foot range weapon. Page 167.
Dwarven Thrower requires attunement by a dwarf.
God damn it!
I could use it. I'm dwarfy enough.
What does that do? So 30,000 for the Frostbrand.
I mean, yeah, sir. I guess because a ring would also require attunement. And it does other stuff. besides
That's why
that.
you buy every non-attunement item. There's a bunch of them that give really tiny, neat bonuses.
Mhm.
If it can go into a sword, he can stack all the attunement he wants.
There you go.
His sword is all attunement slots. It's already all of his attunement slots.
I stopped counting.
He could only attune to his sword. But he's attuned to his sword, it just eats up all of his attunement slots.
There you go.
So basically he can't get any non-swordy thing. Were you sending anyone else?
Can I tack on a question to Grandpa?
Sure.
Or would I have to cast sending again?
Did his answer require a follow-up?
Yeah, I was going to ask him what level spells I could get for the guild now.
It's not really an in-game concept.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, when Ryan dies, his book's going to be worth a lot of freaking money. Whoever finds his spell book is going to be like, Jesus.
Well, one day.
I mean, it'll be very similar to the way he felt with the spellbook he found.
Yeah.
I mean, his also has random made-up spells.
And the
Did you only make up
but-
the one spell so far?
I've got whatever the arcane version of Speak with Animals, but that was from a different spell.
Yeah, no, that's the random spell I was talking you picked up, and you've created your Ray's non-humanoid undead.
Yeah, I've got my own version of Animate Dead that I can cast.
Yeah, I mean, there's not necessarily a strict limit. We'll see what you have and think of what you're wanting. As far as an out-of-game concept, if you go for the higher level, you're more likely to get less options to less. What did you have before? All of the first levels, or what did you have?
Yeah, it was like first levels and below. I think I could get a couple second level ones. But
Yeah, it's like they might now open. If you just want to say open up another level of that and to get fill out for everything, you could do that. Or if you wanted to pick a couple from the higher end, that would be.
I'd be picking and choosing at this point.
Yeah.
So it would be like, could you give me this spell, or this spell?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you get innate knowledge that spells exist when you level somehow? How does that work?
I'm working on spells.
You're working on figuring out spells. You have he basically probably has a general concept for most of what at least his level and probably the next level up of spells exist and have been done, and he knows concepts behind them, and so he's basically working on a path towards a spell that he knows people have done. This is something that can be done. I've heard these theories. Let's try and research this bit.
Then I've got a unified whatever spell of everything, basically, that I've been using as crypt notes for all of the research that I've been doing. Because I have a spell that
look at my wish.
That can mimic any spell of 8th level and below, and it's basically a unified theory of everything spell. But up until we hit the very top end of things.
When magic starts breaking down and saying "screw you" at 9th level.
But yeah, you make your way up to...
corpse guard.
Yeah, and then you'll make your way to the corpse guard. Okay. Yeah. So you make your way up to so I'm just going to go through into the upper district and straight down.
Yep.
A couple dogs stationed.
Well, it's like she's busy. I don't expect to get an audience, but I figure I should ask before I send a message.
Mr. Raspe.
She recognizes me?
No, one of the
guards
guards.
recognize
Yeah, one of
me?
the guards that they don't.
He wasn't a devil last time, though.
I wasn't.
You weren't.
No, that's my point. It's like, they recognize me?
No. Oh wow, it's been that long.
it's like I'm
Then
here.
no, they'll just kind of.
Illustrious adventure, Erich Rauda, returned from my adventures in the Hells.
Oh dear. I'm sure. Yes, the princess was expecting you some time ago. No idea such folly had befallen you. Sure, we can get that disenchanted.
Oh no, this is I died. So
This is terribly
this
permanent.
is the new me. It's not that bad.
I bet the tail took some getting used to.
I'm not so sure. How interested should be? Well, if you'd like to meet her with her, of course I'll let her know. Come.
Alright.
You did notice he's looking princess, not queen there.
I'm gonna go with it.
She was totally expecting you to come back and marry her.
I mean, I've done less thing. I mean, yeah.
I'll marry you for 2 days if you support my war. I will give you a long holiday weekend.
By the way, before we do this, where are the different stones? As they were all handed to you in one burlap sack.
Were we not allowed to separate them?
You absolutely were. I'm just wondering where.
How big are they?
I figure I have them all. I've got 12 of them, right?
There are 12 total.
Yeah.
Then yes, if Henwick expressed a desire to keep them all.
Just if expressed a desire to take them.
I
We weren't
expressed a
planning.
desire to take them.
Oh.
Or one of them.
Oh, yeah.
You can have one of them.
Okay, yeah. I was like, if you wanted them all, I wouldn't fuss you with it.
No, you can
Then
take
yes, I would have one.
Okay.
But I figured that was mine, so.
Yeah.
Anyways, and yes, you enter the hall, and it's not nearly as grand of a. I mean, it's still large and it's
not dolled up.
yeah, but it's not dolled up. It's not
Well,
looking the fancy preparation for a ball kind of thing that it was last you were here. But he'll sort of let you take a seat, and he'll venture off to the princess.
Besides, the princess, I mean, she could probably get me an audience with her mom. Hey, so how's your mom doing?
This is a nice chat. However,
Hey there, youngin.
What I'm really here for.
Stacy, can't you see? You're just not the girl for me.
Sorry,
I
princess.
know him. I'm wrong.
is that a song?
Yeah.
Stacy's mom?
I've never heard of it.
Oh, weird.
That's an old, like, not 90s, 2000s.
2000s pop song?
Was that 2010s? I think it was earlier than 2010s. Yeah, it had to be early 2010s.
I'm getting the feeling I didn't really miss much.
Yeah, it was one of those songs that got really big and then went away.
Yeah.
It went away? No one told me.
2003.
There you go. Everything between like 92 and 2005 is the same period of time for me. That was when I was in school.
Yeah, that was your childhood. Those brackets.
That's all the same period of time.
The only thing I really remember from then is Kryptonite by Three Doors Down, because most of the time I was listening to my parents' old records. Because I was one of those douchebags.
Those are good music, too. I listen to all the music.
Listen to Patsy Cline.
That's good, too. I like the music.
We don't know,
Find her name.
we don't know what the princess's name is.
The princess's name? Okay.
Is she-
Someone's notes are better than my notes.
is she-
Someone's notes are searchable.
Yeah, one of her.
Lay Cyril Sit Rep.
Sit rep.
Princess of Berevin.
No.
They sort of said it.
I guess the other princess couldn't find a dragon to slay.
Yeah, sort of sit off on a chair to the side. Takes some time, and eventually the god sort of she will be with you shortly. And sort of walks out towards to stand back at the front door.
Back at his work.
Because he's super duper isn't the one who wants to tell the princess that her crush got blue. Turned very blue.
Well, quite specifically, they just went and
Yeah, by the way.
informed the princess, so...
They're terrible guards. They're supposed to not
That's
pass on
what
any
I'm
information.
You're able to... You ask around a bit. He's easy enough to keep track. Do you? You have ways to talk to strangers with your stone.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yes, I ask around.
Then yeah, you're able to find out that he went to the upper district.
But people are going to think I'm weird.
As I'm just walking behind Kalidan's like, I need to find him too. He has all the money. But I'm not helping Kalidan. I'm just following. It's the funniest way.
Did you manage to catch up with Kalidan? Because he probably left a good 10 minutes before you were done.
He moves faster through cities than I
Yeah, he
do.
moves at double speed.
And Kalidan, totally not hard to spot.
There's not a whole lot of 8-foot dudes walking.
Jimmy, moving through the city at super speeds, catches up to Paladin.
And you?
Was going to the corpse guard.
Yeah, you make your way there.
Alright.
As they see you, no surprise, no surprise.
It's like, you guys are back in town.
Mulch is the one that's currently back there.
As everyone's scrambling for the massive influx of money.
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
just-
no, yeah. You notice he's there. You notice that he's not actually behind the counter. He's up on a ladder against sort of the shelf that's on the outer wall, arms half full of some vials.
Components.
Yeah.
That's true. I do have the most money.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had the full portable hole.
Yeah. He'll kind of take his arms down. Right with you. Yes. Be right with you. As he sets it back. Here. behind the curtain and comes back.
So you guys had some good luck, huh?
Welcome home.
Yes, I'm glad to be back. How are you in LA?
Oh, well, fantastic.
Good.
Oh, that's true.
Also, no, we haven't brought his money. None of the stuff they've got so far has been stacked with hell currency.
Yeah.
I mean,
I paid for stuff.
yeah, majority of the stuff isn't stamped with.
Oh, I thought just because it was in hell, it was hell currency in that vault.
If anything, the more unusual thing is that it is currencies from places that you've never heard or seen from.
Oh.
Because the hells can be accessed from the other planes, like the other material planes. So they would have currencies from all sorts of, from Faerun, from...
There's some dollar bills. There's a credit card. There's a Batman card. I'll put it on my Bat Visa card. God damn it, Batman.
I loved that movie when I was a kid, though. It was just for kids.
It was made of camp, yes.
No, the best thing about that movie was Mr. Freeze. Arnie,
Just
once again,
just
pulled
getting
movie out
the
gutter.
staff put through.
As per usual. As per
Well, how is that coming along?
We have concepts.
Okay.
Whole lot of, I haven't done any work, you haven't paid me.
Yeah. Basically, you've paid, I've done research to make sure this is a thing, and started gathering some materials with what the money you have, but nothing actually gets assembled at this point.
First things first, I'll go ahead and buy 1,000 gold worth of teleport circle material component.
Just 1,000 gold worth.
Yeah.
You have this on hand.
Make a luck check.
Okay. So that's
Are you going to luck your luck?
that's 10.
10?
Yeah.
They have a quarter of that on hand.
Okay, so they got 250.
Yeah.
Was that like 5 uses?
Yeah. Whatever. I'll take 250.
Yeah.
So. All right.
Also, what do non-adventuring merchant NPCs do when they get all this influx of money? Do they retire? Do they just get out the business?
No, they buy supplies for the next time
Yeah.
these idiots come back into town.
But why?
So
know
much of this money is going into creating the items as well.
Yeah.
A large part of actually what it is that they can use the money and buy the components, and a lot of the components that they'll buy will actually end up being bought in quantities greater than what they need. So they will have, in addition to the amount that is also profit for and for their work, they will also have more things to store for future times of making more profit.
I just assume they have to be such, thousands and thousands of gold of profit margin where you can live off a couple gold or.
If they wanted to retire, they could retire at just sort of a mediocre point. Also, you call them non-adventuring. Do you consider them non-adventuring?
Well, Ellie went on an adventure with us.
They still have to go out and collect stuff.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
There's reasons why it's one of them's usually at the shop. And
First things first, because I've got limits to how much money. I'll go ahead and ask him, does he have a bestiary that includes high-level, powerful dragons and monstrosities in his shop? Or is that something he would carry?
To what extent are you looking for?
Just to have information. Okay, I'll go ahead and lay out what I'm doing. I would like for you to make me a some sort of crystal ball or a scrying pool or something along those lines. A crystal that I could use to see things from far off, and then I want a bestiary so I can use this scrying ball or crystal or whatever it is in order to view these creatures from a safe distance. To essentially be able to scry on those creatures and look at them through the scrying portal.
Do you just need the bestiary to know that they exist, or do you need a reference image or a good description before you can scry?
They kind of go hand in hand.
He doesn't quite follow to what end.
So I would be able to see the creature so that I would be able to use high level magic in order to transform into them. that would be the purpose, if you're wondering.
I want to use the 9th level shapeshift ability.
Yes, that's what he's looking for.
And it's like, and I need to have been able to see the creatures before, but I want to do the scrying thing from a safe distance.
Well, there are easier ways.
Well, what would you suggest?
There's no places for that.
Menageries.
A zoo?
Yeah.
Of a type. Have you encountered with your... I believe you mentioned your involvement with the guild.
Yeah.
I believe they keep a number.
They would. Disrupt a ton of money on the guild. Bribe your way into the high ranks.
I mean, I'm sure I can get you to there, but I believe...
I'm already a member, so...
Yeah, they would...
do you know which guild house it is?
I don't believe it's in one of the houses. I believe they have it set on an island.
Okay.
Now I'm just imagining you kicking back open that guy's door. What did you tell me about the Island of Monsters?
That guy has no... Definitely going to have to go to the upper.
The island of what? That's above my pay grade. What's your pay grade? Like 4th level.
Also,
I literally keep a house and let people use it so that I can be in the guild.
No, I also love the image of Ryan, all 2'5" of him, kicking in that door because he has the strength to with those gloves.
Break door.
Just shoots across the room from laughing.
Short man too strong. Okay, then next on the docket, your spellbook. Do you have teleport?
Just straight normal ass teleport.
Yes. Okay. How much would that cost for me to borrow that in order to write it down in my own?
Do you have offhand what kind of pricing they were doing before on that? I don't recall.
Let's see.
It was free.
Because teleport circle. Yeah, that was free.
That's true. The Ring of 3 Wishes isn't attunement.
Neither is the Sword of 3 Wishes.
Yeah. The Ring of Swimming and the Ring of Water walking.
Okay, I want to look something up as far as...
Also,
So you're looking for true polymorph, right?
True polymorph doesn't care. Shape change does.
Shape change, okay.
Yep. Shape change cares.
what's the difference? Besides, I'm guessing level.
A lot
Shape
of things.
polymorph sounds like it's an attack. Shape change sounds like an
Shape change can be permanent, whereas that and shape change you can change every round.
Yeah. You just go beast boy on some people's faces?
Yeah, pretty much. And just be able to flip back and forth.
Does your health reset every time?
Yep.
I'm a bear! I'm that same bear! But different! My coloring patches are different now.
20th level moon druids can just do that.
Yeah.
Because they get infinite.
That's actually really cool.
What?
A rod of security. It's not super useful. It's just pretty cool.
It's just like, what, set an alarm and dome and
No,
stuff?
it's you and a bunch of friends get A-spaced in a non-time passing region for up to 200 days, where time doesn't pass on the outside.
We're just gonna say nope for a while and plan.
It heals you. It can feed
No,
you.
I don't have a price
I
written
was
down
like,
for
that's just
what
kind
it
of
costs.
cool.
Oh, wait, no.
Is
I
it
might
only
actually
one-time
have
use?
one for a
No, it
different...
charges in 10 days.
Because,
So what you're saying is you need like 20 of them.
It's only very rare, so there is more than one.
I got
And it's not
45
attunement?
gold for
Not
level
attunement.
1 spells, 300 for level 3
So yeah,
spells,
you go there,
and
you
2,000
re-hit
for a
dice
level
every
4
hour.
spell.
But you can stay up there for 200 days, so if you want...
And we're looking at
time
what
doesn't
level?
pass on the outside.
Yeah.
And what level are we looking for now?
This is 7.
Like, that's pretty cool. Not the most useful, but
Oh, let's do
that's just cool.
10,000.
There are no staffs that have no attunement.
Yeah, I could see you using
And
that
whatever,
if
I
you...
don't... unless it sounds stupid to do so, I'm guessing it includes the cost of whatever you're in to...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you just wanted, 200 days of downtime with no in-game time. Okay, hey, we want to stop the campaign.
Remember, that's 200 days for one person.
Is there only one? I thought you said you and your friends.
200 days total. If there are 2 people, that's 100 days. If there are 4 people, that's 50 days.
Ah. Still,
Days divided amongst the number of people.
Yeah, and up to 199 other willing creatures you can see.
Yeah, but
One day for 200 people.
that's pretty cool. Of just, the town's burning.
200 days divided by the number of creatures present round down.
Yes,
And
but
yes, you
what if
kill-
we bought
Okay.
10 of them?
Yeah, no, I'll buy a teleport for that.
Okay.
So,
But still, pretty cool.
do that. Ask him, can you or would you be able to, whatever, make her locate or tell me what the price is for a robe of the Archmage for my neutral alignment? So gray.
It's like, I'm pretty close to max level wizard. I feel I'm an archmage now.
Getting close.
I'm pretty sure it's a 2.
Also, I assume that 10,000 gold also goes into you having to spend the next, 7 hours in his shop sitting there? Or did you get it down?
It's 7 hours.
Yeah, okay.
Unless it's a necromancy spell.
Ah. I thought you also got a pin that helped.
80,000.
That brings it down to half.
Yeah.
80,000.
80,000.
Bless you.
That's it.
Okay.
What does Archmage Robe do?
Lots of good stuff.
Yeah, stuff.
A lot of stuff.
Ion Stone of Mastery.
$70,000.
Does the Underdark count as outside?
No.
No? That's a
For
hard...
what purpose?
You must be outside to use this item.
What does it do?
Summons a tree.
No.
A 60-foot
What would the cost of completing my staff be?
Rather than me
Could
looking
buy
at what it
more
does,
portable
what did
holes.
the staff do? Let's.
I apparently do need more of those.
I'd have to look up the.
Hey, the Iron Bands of Bolaro are still here.
Mm-hmm. Well, they still strength check 30. Or escape artists.
Definitely not.
Summon dead
DC
under control.
Basically
Ability
useless.
to keep control of undead dedicated by spell energy given directions from greater distance.
A commoner would make
And
that
the ability to give them like a magical being able to give them basically like the +1 magical bonus to their weapons so they can attack through non-magical damage reductions.
So, count as magical or plus? Specifically, you wanting +1?
I'll take the +1, but if
Because it basically will affect the cost.
yeah, I'll take the +1.
+1. Okay. So, so basically, summoning not needing corpses in order to get yours. Are you specifically going for standardized corpses, normal people that everyone can do, or are you, now that you have your ability, your greater ability, wanting?
I asked him if he would be able to do such a thing as that if I've had a corpse in my possession that I'd be able to use the staff in order to summon a new version of it.
I want to scan with my staff dead bodies.
And it's like, if I have a corpse in my possession, could I use the staff to essentially imprint the corpse?
And what was the distance that you're looking for your control and instruct?
Well, standard 60 feet, but I was wondering
Planar?
what yeah. And he's like, well, could he get it?
Are you looking for? Yeah, I mean, are you looking for planar? Are you looking
Yeah.
a mile, 5 miles?
I asked him what planar is, and then if that's too crazy of a add-on, then we can scale back to.
So with the +1 to weapons, scanning things, and planar control, that would be
Phew, that's expensive. It's a lot of stuff.
75,000.
Okay.
Not incredibly outrageous.
I mean, it's a legendary item at that point. You're hand creating a legendary item.
So,
At least I've never done anything like that.
You were literally doing that with your axe.
And my shield. And your shield.
I'm asking for existing items. I'm not even being bad. Except for
Actually, the axe isn't even legendary yet. The axe at that point is still just very rare.
Nice.
Yeah, that's...
So, ask if there are +1 on there. Get more items there.
I don't know. I'm currently at bonuses of 14 to hit and plus 17 damage.
Is that not enough?
No. I mean, I have a literal roll 20, boop them dead, but I just want in-game equipment of kerplow.
Yeah, he out-damages me significantly.
And you said the tomes were
And I can add another
40,000
+5 on that if I hex something.
Yeah, like I said, he out-damages
Take
me
a tome with
significantly.
intelligence.
Okay, so what are you... so if you're spending any money, you have to tell me what you're buying.
So far, I'm buying everything that I've requested.
Okay, so you're getting Robe of Art Magi,
Yeah,
Ironstone...
Mastery, Staff of the Necromancer, or whatever I want to name it, I guess.
Staff of the...
And then what was the book?
The Tome of Clear Thought, I think is what it
So
is.
intelligence.
Yeah, it's the intelligence one.
The Henwick Staff of Necromantic Power.
I'll probably call it Heartlocket.
The Heartlocket Staff of Necromancy.
The Heartlocket staff.
And I will say, this is absolutely the best first stop. As now you go take your time going around places while they work on making things.
Yeah.
Except I don't have shoes.
Do you not own old boots?
Don't believe I do.
I could suggest to you a good cowboy.
You gonna give me an extra 100 gold to buy a nice fancy pair of boots?
Yeah, if you ask for it, absolutely.
Alternatively,
You're just
spend
like
gold
you're just
and be
like you're just looking at me like it's about time you did something about this.
By the way, I have already... When I got back to town, I would have fancy suited up. Because I have fancy clothes that Austin's bought me in the door to
Yes,
town.
he wears a fancy dress.
He wears fancy dress. Yes.
I am a young lad.
In a very fancy dress.
In
It's
fancy
got
dress.
ruffles.
If you add a, it sounds like it's a dress. It's just in fancy dress.
In a very fancy dress.
How many years have you been joking about that?
I don't know
At
how many
least
years
one
have we
more.
been talking about Jade.
Long time.
She is mine.
That wasn't Jade. Well, that was Jade, but also freaking...
Yeah, you
What is
have
that
an
stupid
entire.
vampire?
Yeah, you have
Strahd, yeah. That's
you have
stupid.
a channel named after a character from a game, so that
But-
hasn't existed in like 5 or 6 years.
Let's
It's
be
just a very
fair.
pretty stone.
10 years since
Crystal
Jade.
Ball of Telepathy.
Hmm?
Crystal Ball of Telepathy.
That must be an artifact aspect there.
Why?
Because it's not one of the ones I looked at.
Why didn't you look at it?
Because it's an artifact.
I don't
Let's see.
understand the problem.
You can constantly-
They can't make those.
Oh, that doesn't actually give you the ability to talk to people.
You know what? You need to talk to people, don't you? Rock, plain everyday rock. Find them anywhere.
I mean, he has a
What do you
relatively
mean?
expensive rock already.
I wanted like a scrying ball of talking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I want to not have to cast
Oh,
Sydney.
you don't want to telepathically speak in their minds. You want to speak out loud.
No. The crystal ball of telepathy allows you to cast like suggestion at them.
While scrying with the crystal ball, you can communicate telepathically with creatures you can
okay.
see within 30 feet of the spell sensor.
And
Then it does the other stuff.
oh, okay. Then that's what I want.
Okay.
Also, you're like, hey, you! What you looking at? This is God speaking. I know what you're doing.
I can see you masturbating. You're doing it wrong. Supposed to go overhand.
God has some games for masturbation.
I've always felt that way. Just very strange ideas about masturbation. It's all
We have to fill silence, Adam, or it'll be just you looking in books.
I feel like we would rather just look at me stare into books.
No,
I think
disagree.
you're wrong.
I think the main pull of this here channel is us ruining your day.
You're really good at it.
I know. That's why.
Well, let's be fair. We're not trying very hard. We could really ruin your day.
Yeah,
and then you would be mad at us.
I'm quite specifically on best behavior. I'm upsettingly
That's true.
on best behavior.
You know what still exists in 5th edition? The Wand of Wonder.
Is that just rolling like the wild magic table or something?
Yes. It's a different table, but it is a roll of dice and cast a spell. What spell?
Does it have like 10 charges?
90,000.
6 plus 1 recharge per day?
Yes.
Are you getting it?
7 charges.
I will hold off for right now.
You finally running out of money where you actually have to start pick and choosing?
No, but I it's not something that I absolutely need, so...
It's a
And this is all the money you got from your little globe thing the T-Rex grabbed, right?
Right.
Meaning, Austin has to be so loaded.
Yeah.
Literally millions.
Which is why I went, oh, come on, man, when he was going to give away all of it, and I wouldn't even have...
Who's a noble here? Everyone.
Does Volch have 8th level spells?
I'm sitting here looking at spending like 34 while you're
what
spending
spell are you
hundreds
looking
of
for?
thousands.
Does he have anti-magic sphere or mind blink?
Yeah, 4 million.
No? Okay. Does he have the
Plus whatever
7th
soul
level
points
spell
are-
Crown of Stars?
Briefly, what does it do?
It creates like little glowing rocks around your head that you...
I think they like eat bonus actions.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so he's got that one?
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and grab that too.
And was that the same level as where you just...
Yeah, so it would be
Same.
another 10,000.
Yeah.
Ring of Spell Storing and Horn of Valhalla.
They have more pluses on your zombie
actually,
horde.
no access to that one.
Okay.
That would actually require divine and from I forget what plane, but yeah, he is familiar with it as a concept. But that is a quest that he does not have a price to go on. You could go venture for it yourself.
Okay.
You're not supposed to get it unless you use it, unless you yourself acquire it. So it's just a warning you. It wouldn't be fair for me to get it.
Proficiencies.
I don't remember having to use it.
It's like, it goes simple, then armor, then martial. And if you don't have them, what you summon attacks you instead. The horn summons minions.
Yeah.
And if you don't have proficiencies, they attack you instead.
Proficiencies in what?
Also, how much attunement do you have left?
Like simple,
Oh,
armor,
no, I'll
and
be
then
full.
martial.
Yeah.
For
I'll
the
be
different
full.
tiers of horn.
Oh,
Hey,
okay.
you're finally giving up the gloves?
The highest tier requires all martial
Not
weapons.
yet.
No, okay.
Where the lowest horn's free.
Not
Aren't
until
you
his
at
items
3?
arrive.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
When his items arrive, though.
I was going to say, I assume the Magi robes attunement, and
Yep.
you already have 3, so you had to get rid of
So,
something.
robes, staff, ion stone.
Mm.
That's 3.
Ring of spell storing is attunement.
Oh, but that's okay. I'm not attuning to it.
That you put a spell in it and give it to somebody else.
Yeah.
So you spend an hour, put a spell in it, and then hand it off to someone else. Here you go. You're gonna. Do you have to attune to use it?
Yes.
Yeah, you would have to attune to use it, but it's not going to be an item I'm wearing.
Yeah, but we're all full also.
Give it to the familiar. Now
He
the
can
familiar-
wear rings!
Now the familiar cast spells.
Yeah.
There's no reason why that familiar couldn't wear rings. It's a hand!
What about 3 rings of spell storing?
5,000 each.
Well, I'm just by 1.
Well, they have one.
Okay.
But Paul could totally use 3.
Yeah. Well, just by 1.
What are you planning on putting in that ring?
Lightning bolt, lightning bolt, lightning bolt.
Counterspell.
I could put that in there. That'd be a good one.
I don't know.
I'm just remembering the times you've done things to me in the past.
Let's throw up to 5 levels of spells at the same time.
Up to 5.
Are you doing any more purchasing?
Let's see. So he didn't have those 2 spells. So I would just double check.
Did you have a pre-planned list, or were you looking through it? Okay.
That's what's on my phone.
He always has a pre-planned list.
Yep.
He's probably had a pre-planned list for weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, we kept getting canceled. Which I was perfectly happy with, because honestly I was not in the mood to game last week at all. I was, like...
Worked out?
Yeah, I was burnt out really bad. I got my first day off yesterday in over a month.
Oh, fun.
That was great.
Mm-hmm.
How much would a belt of Storm Giant strength cost?
Is that the top one?
Yep.
That's legendary, and that's the second legendary up. That would also be 90,000.
Okay. Stone Giant? Or...
Are those non-attunement?
No, they are.
Okay.
What, are you attuning them to your Frost Giant?
No. Cloud Giant looks to be like the next in the line.
First legendary.
Where are you attuning it to?
I would just be replacing my gloves.
Oh.
But I thought Staff Robe Ironstone.
Yeah.
Can you put the glove on... can you put one of the gloves on her hand?
No. I think you need both of them for it to work.
Could you cinch the belt around it, though?
It's so strong, it strangles people.
No!
He's not a warlock, it can't attack. There wouldn't really be that much of a point. Now, if he had a hand
Lifting! I can only lift to go up this tall, but you know what? I can...
It's like the thing when he's pulling the pulling the wagon around.
Yeah.
The Cloud Giant would be 60,000.
Okay. I'll grab that then, too.
You treat attunement spell items like you do your spell slots of I'll spend an hour a morning reattuning what I need for the day.
Yeah, if I need to.
Well, it's just very odd that you're buying more than 4 when you plan to use all 4.
Yeah.
And did you have a preference for what they start working on?
Wait, you get 4 or does he get 4?
3.
Well,
That's-
There's
I can
a
write
feat for a fourth.
I can write the spells down right now.
Yeah.
But robes first, tome next, staff, ion stone, belt, spell storing ring.
Don't you want
The spell storing ring they had.
Okay.
That you're able to get right away.
Okay.
We just got one of those.
There you go, Paul.
Alright. So while you sit there and begin copying, and probably the least hovering they've had of you copying stuff, as they are...
Very busy.
Yeah, but at first, if you kind of glance over the time, they're first clearing stuff off shelves, and then starting to write lists of other things, after the shelves
have to order.
Yeah.
Yeah, not only are they busy, they also are now pretty convinced that you're not a hobo going to rob them.
Well, I mean, when we first showed up, we were kind of like, can you not charge us 200 gold for that?
Now, here's hundreds of thousands of gold.
Just the growth they've seen in you as people.
Yeah.
No. After you get down here, do you need me to teleport down to Onyx?
They will be doing so.
Yeah.
Remember, they were the ones from which you got that sigil,
Circle, yeah.
because they use that.
Oh, yeah.
As cool as that circle is, we far more love the Devil Temple sigil. It's our far more teleports from space.
It accesses more points.
Yeah.
If you are going to Onyx, I'd like to go with you.
You will have teleport after this. You can just go to Onyx.
Yeah, but if they're already making the trip, I can just hold hands.
They won't worry about that later. That is not an immediate thing. They have lots of stuff to pull together here first, and they want to figure out what all they need.
We have to do an inventory first.
Yeah.
And you're not the favorite customer. I am favorite customer.
Just by spending them out.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's me.
You're not in yet, but so far...
Again, I'm so very easy. I'm getting 34,000 gold of stuff. Because
I also say
So basically, you got a Fossband and the flame tongue.
yeah.
Okay.
To be clear, I'm not interested in having them commission and make something for me, so you might want to make a list of all the things they actually have.
Well, you are currently sitting there as the princess walks in the room. As you guys get up to the front door of the palace, and that is where we will be picking up next time. Where I'd say it looks like we're having more shopping, but it sounds like more likely I'm handing him a piece of paper
And
that
he's gonna
has
say yes.
stuff and prices, and he says yes to it.
That is the plan. I'm just going to empty their stock. I have money. This is what you do. Then I can hand out magic items as like quest hooks to people I find randomly on the street. You know what you look like you could use? A new magic sword.
Now go slay this thing.
He said, he comes across to a child crying on the ground and goes, "What happened, child? Lost your family? Thirsting for revenge?"
Yes!
You know
I'll
what?
get them! I'll get them good!
In fact,
Then you get the necklace of fireballs, obviously.
I will pick up that crystal ball of telepathy.
Yeah, you don't give them the sword. You give them the necklace of fireballs. Way more to the point.
Also, once he vents his anger, he's not a permanent threat.
Yeah. And I mean, it's something, a sword with attacks and damage is certainly threatening.
Added to your list.
But a ball of stuff that just goes boom! That's scary.
Sure.
Did we gain XP?
Yes, you did. And because I've been saying 1,000 at the end, you almost got a lot more than I intended. 7,500 experience.
I would have been okay with 75,000.
Oh, bang.
2, 8. That's a 9?
How much?
7,500.
2, 1.
16.
Yeah, 216, 800.
Numbers. Join us next time for more. Bye.